right, how is everyone tonight? How is everyone doing? What are we doing? Wait, is this the page? Let's see here. Yes, that's the page. How come I'm not seeing? Oh, there we go. Wait a minute, where is it? Where's the page? Oh, here we go, Now I am. How's it going? Where's everybody here from? There's 110 of you watching. We're just gonna talk about batteries and stuff. Finally, look at this. From idea to reality. This is the exact same picture or the render that I have in the Facebook group, right? And in a couple of the thumbnails in the video. I finally got these new PCB holders, the ones that are like surface mount or whatever. I don't know if I like these. They're super expensive. I'm gonna do the testing to see how much, if they're, because these have those golden or the copper things, right? Which they should have better connection onto the boards. And unfortunately, I only got enough to make 2 boards, but they took forever. I ordered these weeks ago. They finally showed up, and well, now I'm gonna test them. So now I guess I can finish this video because well, there's a lot of stuff to go over in this video, releasing these PCBs, right? But I'm kind of releasing them you know, slowly. What? There's a huge amount of delay. I just came on the screen right now. How long have I been talking? I've been talking. I feel like I've been on for like a minute. It's crazy the amount of delay. So anyways, that's what's happening today. I finally got all the parts, so I will be able to do all the tests that I want. I'll be able to work on that video and then release it. I haven't been kind of been active the last couple days because I kind of bricked my my car. I was working on the brakes, trying to improve it. I can't get it. I can't bleed the brakes, and I don't really know why. I don't know if it's a bad master cylinder or if I punctured one of the lines, but I can't seem to get pressure on it. I kind of gave up for the time being, but I have to fix it, so I'm gonna have to I order another one to try it and see what's up. So where's everybody tonight here? Let's see. Australia's in the house. Canada. Chad Haas is from Canada. Tampa, Florida. Brazil, Italy, Oklahoma, Vegas, Las Vegas, Puerto Rico, New Jersey, Canada. Wow. MT, what's MC? Massachusetts, California, Seattle Airport here. PA. Wow, everybody. Spain, 45 a.m. in Spain. What are you doing up at 4:55 a.m.? India is here. Iraq. Wow, Virginia. This is a worldwide event that's happening here. Such amazing things that we're living here. Tom Emmerman's in the house this Saturday through next Wednesday. I guess, oh yeah, Javier is coming into the States. He's going to Philadelphia with Tom. He's gonna be working out some stuff. And I just got a text message from him that his app, well, yeah, his utility app to figure out how many batteries or what configuration batteries you need while building a thing, a battery pack, is just launched on the Apple Store. So that means I'll be able to download it on my phone and then check it out. Javier, let me see. Is he watching? Maybe we can have him and kind of walk us through the thing. Let's see. Let me tell him I'm live. Come show us how it works. How it works. Boom. There we go. Now I just told him. I just invited him to the live chat. All right, Discord server. Yeah, there is a Discord server, I think, somewhere. I don't have the link to that. I'm sure if Yeah, the other guys might post a link. Post a link, guys, and then these guys, we can join the Discord server, and then you guys can discuss the stuff. Ontario, California. Wait a minute. That's down the street here from where we're at. Your mom's house. Your mom's house, Chicago, Montana. Wait, how can you integrate a power wall into a lease solar system, says Media Boss 12. Wow, that's an interesting one. So let's see, how could you do that? Okay, so one way to do it, well, there's no easy way to do it, but one way to do it is to have like a Tesla Powerwall, AC couple Powerwall, right? So look, you have your batteries, right? You have your batteries. I'll have a few boxes of these put together. This is DC. So that means that you have, either 24 volts or 48 volts. But then what you do is you put this through a grid tie inverter, right? So now this battery is connected, and it can transfer the energy from the batteries into the AC wiring of your home. But then also at the same time you put a charger, basically a charger, one that makes the AC power into DC power to charge your batteries, right? And we haven't really talked too much about that, but we're gonna get into it, because I think the way to go, for ease of usefulness, and to install it, what's the right word for that? Compatibility. Then you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to do this, right? So then you have some sort of like way to tell the system, like, right now I want you to charge the batteries, and so then it turns on the charger, right? So let's say your lease solar system is producing 3 kilowatts, let's say, right? But your house is only using 1, so that means 2 kilowatts is going up to the grid. Well, if you turn a charger and you start charging your batteries, right, your Powerwall, through a charger, then let's say you can tune it and set it to 2 kilowatts. Then none of the extra energy is flowing back into the grid. It's just going into your batteries. And then once your batteries are charged, then you can like turn off the charger, and then the extra energy goes there if they're still happening. But if no longer is happening, then and then you can start flowing the energy back. Now your batteries are fully charged, so now you use the grid tie inverter to get that power from the batteries going into your AC. So that's how the Powerwall, Tesla's Powerwall, does it. It's an AC couple system. Basically, there's no connection on the DC. Everything that comes out of that box, it's AC already. So it's got a built-in charger and a built-in grid tie inverter. And so that would be one way to use a DIY battery using a lease solar system, right? Because you don't really want to you can't go in there and mess around with their system. You can tie into the same cables, I don't know, not legally, but you can hack your way and kind of do that, and it would work that way. So that's one way to do it. That's the idea, That's the idea. Now to implement that and to actually execute it, that's a different thing. It wouldn't be too hard to do it, right? It would just take someone to have the means and the right desire and just do it. You know what I mean? Someone just has to do it. Let's see. Virginia Tech. Wow, Virginia Tech, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Portugal. Let's see. I saw a question here and then it just went away. I lived in Pomona for 23 years. Good to see you. Tony Ayala, you're my neighbor. I noticed those PCB are batteries on one side and have seen you put the batteries on both sides. Why the difference? So I was trying to do the batteries on both sides, because then you spend less in printed circuit boards, right? Like the circuit boards are about $1.50 or something like that. So you're able to put batteries on both sides, then you can cut that by half. But there's a ton of problems with it. And as you will see in the video, in the final video that I make, or in the next video, I don't know if it's gonna be final, I don't know, then you will see that there's a ton of problems with it. It doesn't quite work. Even these ones that are designed for, you know, surface mount, there's problems because you don't have a way to like center them, you know, align them, and then you end up being all like crooked, and that bugs me. I know a lot of you guys will be okay with it because I've seen some of you guys' work with the soldering and stuff. So I think the more standardized that we can get this, the better it's gonna be, because there's a lot of people that are gonna be doing this kind of blindly. Unfortunately, no matter what I do, I think it's going to happen. And so I'm just trying to make the best thing that will be the safest for everyone, including those people that are just that are just going to order stuff and start making it without really understanding what they're doing and how to do it. There's no stopping it. Hold on. Yeah, there's no really stopping people from doing stuff, and it's not really my place. My place is to encourage people to do things, right, and to learn and to you know, DIY. But I kind of worry because I've seen some of you guys doing some stuff that is like, oh my god, that's crazy. I wouldn't do it like that. I wouldn't, you know, sometimes you guys do stuff that shows that you guys don't really understand the concepts, which is not a good place to be, because if you don't understand the concepts, then you don't know why we're doing things a certain way. And so, you know, I guess I can, you know, I'm doing what I can to kind of show you guys why we're doing things and why we're not. I get a lot of criticism because I don't have my own power wall already working and stuff. What these people don't understand is that I'm doing a lot by trying to teach an entire, like, I mean, there's 200,000 of you guys that are signed up to my channel watching everything that I'm doing. You know, there's 100. How many of you are here? Let's see. There's 200 of you right now watching, right? So at any given point, there's like 200. These videos will get thousands of views once they post and stuff. And so, you know, building a power wall is no big deal. You know, that's the easy part. Now, make, you know, a series of videos where you try to show people why you're doing it the same way the way you're doing it, why you're decided to design a thing this way. That's a lot of work. And I'm a one-man band, you know, kind of here, like, doing it all by myself. And despite all the criticism, I think I'm doing okay. You know, there's a lot of you guys that are watching and stuff, and I think there's a lot of you guys that are building power walls and that are operating already power walls. I mean, now, in like, either you has been doing it for months or for years, some of you and stuff, right? And some of you guys clearly not really understanding some of these concepts. You just are kind of following instructions and, you know, ideas and stuff, and are doing them, and you guys are being successful at it. So it's a bit scary, but it's exciting also to see that you guys are doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I'm just trying to do that, and that's the reason why I'm putting stuff on both sides, to try to save money, but also, you know, at the same time, I'm trying to be the safest for you guys, for some of you guys that you know, that I need to kind of watch out for. What is the name of the app? I don't know. What is the name of the app, Javier? Javier is probably watching this. If you're watching this, Javier, send me a text message. I don't know, what time is it? What time is it in Puerto Rico? It's 8 here. Oh man, it's late in Puerto Rico. So, yeah. By the way, is that your nickname for Jesus? No, my name is not Jesus. My name is Jehu. That's a real name. It's not as popular as Jesus, but, you know, Jehu actually had more power. Well, actually, no. That's debatable. Jehu was a king of the Israelites, by the way. He had a lot of women, a lot of concubines, and he used to like to drive cars really fast. At least that's from what I've read, you know what I mean? Anyways, it's a Jewish name. I'm not Jewish, I'm Mexican. My parents are highly religious, so they named me Jehu. It's kind of a weird name. Kind of like it now. I used to kind of hate it sometimes because people don't seem to think it's a real name. and they call me Jose and Jacob and any other name except they refuse. Their brain just doesn't compute that my name is Jehu, right? And so now it's unique. I like it. You know, unique is not. I'm not gonna be confused by some other 1,000 Jacobs. 10,000 York here. Wait, 10,000 or a million? What is that? Torino? What do you mean by that? If I do a power wall of 24 volt in parallel with 7 packages, and necesito balance for batteries? Yes. Yes, you need to balance your batteries. It's kind of unclear what you're asking here, but try it again. See if you can get it out, because I don't really understand your question. Did order batteries from EU. Thank you again for the 18650s. Working on battery for my new e-bike. All right. People are making e-bikes. That's another highly requested thing that I do, is build an e-bike. But I'm still kind of stuck on the e-boards. I still have another e-board that I'm going to build, because the most compelling skateboard that I have, that I use, I never made a video for, because it was in the middle of a project. And again, building a thing, it's easy. Building a video, that's hard. Even for me, it's really hard, you know what I mean? And so I didn't have the time to do it, but now I really want to do it, because that's how I'm making, that's how I'm doing this 100% now, and if I need to make money, and I need to find and choose the most compelling projects to do, and so making one of those videos is going to be cool. This lens is, let me change this lens. I'm not liking all those things. By the way, those are, where is it? Let me see. Yeah, by the way, this is what happened to this lens, was that I was working on something, and I was grinding, and it threw a bunch of things, and this is the second that happens to you. So whenever I'm recording myself do stuff, okay, ready? Here we go. Okay, come on, camera. All right, look at that. Okay, so this lens is not as wide, but it's clean. That one doesn't have. So this would be my second lens in a few years, right? The other one was totally. Oh, maybe that's what was wrong. It's just also dirty too. But I don't know. This lens should be a lot better and cleaner. And then, yeah, that way it doesn't bug me. It doesn't bug you guys. Let's see. Where are we? Talk about cars more. Power walls are boring and over cars. Yeah, I am gonna start working on my car pretty soon, right? The only problem is, of course, getting the batteries. I still can't afford the amount of battery that I need to install on my car, and I haven't been able to get, batteries or anyone to kind of fund the project, right? And so, yeah, unfortunately, I'm kind of my own doing this stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't make money, right? So I don't make a lot of money off the videos. I'm not making any money off of this, because I don't want to get stuck here for months shipping circuit boards. It would be, even though it would be a way to kind of make some money. I don't really, I mean, but not really. There's not a lot of money that I can make off of these circuit boards, right? So I wouldn't have fun, and I probably wouldn't help me keep making videos. So that's another. So everything's wrong about me trying to make money doing this, right? So that's why I made it open source. You guys can get it. It'll be the cheapest that you guys can get it, because there's no me in between trying to monetize, trying to make a cut out of it and stuff. What I'm hoping is that you guys will buy a lot of holders, a lot of connectors, a lot of these little, standoffs and all this other stuff, and then I make a little commissions off of that, right? I've sourced a bunch of cheap things over there in China, so you guys can get them. They take a long time, but I also source some in here in the States where are more expensive, but you can get them quicker. And I'm hoping that that's gonna happen, right? So a lot of you guys, I'm gonna build this power wall. I'm gonna show you like a step-by-step how to do it. Hopefully I'm gonna try and make kind of like a viral video for that, and then hopefully that's gonna get a lot of people interested in this thing and doing it, and then that's how I'm gonna make money. Hopefully that is gonna generate some profit so that I can afford to buy batteries so that I can work on the Samba. The Samba needs a new battery. I want to make whole new, brand new modules baked using PCBs. Not this design. I'm thinking of a different design to use on the bus, because this is not energy dense, right? See, there's a lot of space between the cells. There's only 7 cells. Yeah, this is obviously this is not the right when you're trying to work on a vehicle, that you're trying to cram as much battery as you can in there. But also it's it's a challenging conditions because of all the vibrations and the wild temperature swings that a battery will see on a car, all this other stuff. So yeah, cars, electric vehicle batteries for electric vehicles are coming. It's just I do what I can. I still can't afford the batteries. Do you work? Wait, do you work or just straight YouTube stream? Yeah, I'm now doing YouTube stream full time. I'm a full-time YouTuber as of like, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that. Yeah. Talk about, yeah, so that's the one. Who cares if you have a power wall? It's only if you really need it. It's a passion show for the DIY. Thank you, Alan. Yes. And again, these guys, they're only making, like I said, it's easy to make a power wall, right? Like if you're in a better financial situation, your finances are in better shape than mine, then it's easy to just buy the batteries, follow the instructions, build it. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to make videos, you know what I mean? So I can make some money. What's your favorite project you're working on right now? When do we get to see EV West videos of the Gia? Oh my god. So the Gia is long gone and the video hasn't been done. So the problem with that is that I needed some. There's only so much I can do, right? So in order to do that video, I needed some help doing like the batteries, and I needed some 3D renderings and like all the stuff for the battery thing, which no longer it's been so long that the batteries that used to come with that kit are no longer that. So I don't even know if it's worth to finish that project with those batteries, because people can't buy them anymore. But anyways, I couldn't do the renderings myself because I don't know how to use their CAD programs. I don't have their files and stuff, and I just couldn't really get them to help me, So so I did as much as I could, and that project is kind of there, just pending. It's a long video and it's almost done. It's 3/4 of the way done. I just need to finish it and do it, but we might have to reshoot a bunch of stuff to be able to update it now because it's been so long. Unfortunately, yeah, that's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of sucks where I've been for 3 years. I have to do everything myself, and because I can't afford to pay anyone to help me, and so I can't really get everything done. You know what I mean? Like right now, I have 10 projects. This was completely unplanned. I never really plan on doing this PCB thing and then finish it. I wanted this for Javier. Javier over there, the Puerto Rico project, he got batteries. He got a whole pallet of batteries, right? From Tom. Then he has access to like cheap like UPSs. And then he was getting like donations like panels. He was getting all the stuff that he needs to go and help people. But he was stuck working for hours trying to put these little batteries, right? And he was like using tape and he was soldering on the thing. And I'm like, man, that's not the way to go. We need to like standardize this thing so you can just buy all this. Like we design this PCB. We just solder the little things, pop the batteries in, you test them, or you get the tested one, whatever. Like you shouldn't have to be spending so much time putting together. And I realized, well, everybody's going through that, right? And it's just more evident in his case. And so I thought I need to do this. And so I made this PCB for him. You know what I mean? Like, so that we can help more people. So that Javier doesn't get stuck doing that, right? So, but then once I started doing it and I got someone to help me do the thing, and now I'm like, oh my God, it fits perfectly in this box. I mean, almost like I design it that way. That's all accidental, by the way. And so, I'm kind of excited about this. I want to do that, you know. I also have another project where we have the EV batteries. These are by far some of the cheapest batteries available. And they're already made. By the way, I think they're like $110 a kilowatt hour right now. So you can get like 4 of those modules for like, I don't know, like under $500, $450, 460, something like that. And it's like 4 kilowatt hours worth of battery, right? And then you can put those, screw them in the wall, make 4 connections, boom, you're up and running. The problem is, and the challenge is that they're in 5S and 6S. So the voltages are kind of weird. 10S, you can make 36 volts, or you can do 15S, right? You can do 3 of 5. And then 15S, you could be used for 48 volts, and some Schneider and some other inverters will do them. Except I can't show you because I can't afford to buy a big Schneider, you know, thing. So I'm kind of stuck. I have those things right there. You guys could be using them. I can be showing you how to use them. I just don't have the money to do it. I'm excited about those because there's a lot of those, and they're really cheap, and they're super easy to install them and stuff. What's the other one that I'm working on? Oh, the other inverter, the other cheap inverters for the grid tie inverters. That one, you know, I'm excited for that just because it's a thing that haven't seen anyone do, like a peak shaving Powerwall, right? It's like, let's say you have, well, most of our devices are that way, by the way. There's very little of our devices that are like continuous draw on our AC power, right? A lot of them are like they turn on and then they draw a bunch of power and then they come back. So when you look at your energy usage, it's like, you know, a bunch of like these waves. So a lot of the times, like if you're on time of use for me, then you want to use the least amount of power during a chunk of time. But then a lot of you guys are in another, I think more common, it's like where you have a base. If you use under 5 kilowatts or something of power, then you get charged the next amount per kilowatt hour. But if you go above that 5 kilowatts, as soon as you peak over that, then that brings you into a new pricing scheme, and so you get charged a bunch, right? So when you look at that, even though it might be like 10% of your day that you're going above that, a lot of times it's like 60% of your bill goes into that because of the surcharge, because of the extra amount that it costs for people to do that, right? So you want to peak, you want to shave those peaks, and that's one way that people are using Powerwalls. In fact, that was the original way that the Tesla Powerwall was designed to work. Matt Jackson, thank you for the $5. Says, I have a 1965 VW bus and I love your samba. I run a show called the BW Harvest. Oh, the BW Harvest in Austin, Texas. Keep up the BW love. Wow. Ruba Dubin Matt on Instagram. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, one day I'll make it to Texas to the BW Harvest. I have actually heard about your show in Texas. My brother Gabriel goes to almost all the BW shows, and so that's what's happening here. More EV stuff. DIY EV Powerwall? More EV stuff? Well, what do we mean? Okay, let's see. Am I hanging right behind? I'm falling behind really fast though. What's happening here? It's happening with the Panasonic 18650s. What's happening with the Panasonic? Oh, I mean, well, we sold the 5,000. Those are gone. We have another 20,000. I don't know how many of those are Panasonic and how many of those are LGs. LGs, right? But either way, they're good. So 20,000 cells are coming. Very close, I think today or tomorrow. He said that by Monday he would have them So what do you say? They're packaging them right now. So they're packaging them, and I think he was gonna put them on his website, and then next thing he was gonna give me a link, and then I'll make a video about them. But I tested them. He sent me samples, and these things are awesome. Yeah, so these guys look like they have been put together in a pack. These ones, man, this one looks new. Like it doesn't even have a thing. But anyways, these are the same ones that we sold the other day. NCR 18650 BD, 34. This one gave me 3400 milliamp hours. This one gave me 3600 milliamp hours. This is supposed to be a 10 amp cell, but it gets hot. So I'm like, I don't care what the data sheet says. These are probably more like 7, 8 amps max, right? So that you don't heat up too much. Did I do a thing for this one? If I haven't done a thing for the video, I'll do a... yeah, I tested this one. I have it. I have the graph on this one too. So I'll show you guys the graphs, how much these perform. But these are, I mean, these are great. These are like 3600 milliamp hour cells. Again, it sucks that I don't have money to buy some because I want some of those. Ideally, those would be great for the bus. For EVs, it's great because they have energy density. So that's what's happening with the Panasonic 18650s. I just need cells, says Jay Williams. Yeah, man, we have. It's the best time to be trying to build something with cells. Right now, they're super cheap. You can get, if you're not stuck with this 18650 form factor, you know, get some Fiat cells. Go to my link there where I have all the batteries and go to the Fiat ones. Where's my thing? Let's see. I'll put a link to my, yeah, here we go. This is it. If you guys are looking for cells, these are, a lot of them are kind of sold out because, again, these are all like used, you know, they're recycled, repurposed cells, so they're, you know, in limited quantities. So when they come, they go really quickly. Especially when I make a video, you guys just buy them all. Worked in Puerto Rico after hurricanes for 4 months for Tesla doing the batteries. Miss Puerto Rico. Really? Did you install the batteries? Holotime 420? Holotime 420. That's a good name. Any videos on installation and performance? No, not a whole lot of that. Just get a 48 volt engine. I don't know what that means. Do you ever get a burning sensation in your hands when handling lithium? No, batteries, lithium-ion batteries, a burning sensation. No, I never get that. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. I wonder you're sensitive to some of the chemicals on the batteries or whatever. I just finished watching a whole series of people that are like sensitive to chemicals, sensitive to electromagnetic thing, and you know, a lot of them are crazy, but a lot of them I think it's real. I think, you know, the bodies, you know, react to certain stuff. We live among you know, a crazy world, and some of us are gonna be allergic to it. You know what I mean? Cody Slap says Jehu live, not life. Oh, did I put life? No, come on, I didn't put life. It says live chat. What's going on? Why are you hustling me? What's up, man? Panasonic 866s are being used in all the new batteries you find in your battery drills, etc. And a lot of smaller car companies are starting to stock up on supplies. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, so I put that. I've seen a lot of people use or add supercaps in their battery bank. Are there any benefits from that? Yeah, if you want to use a tiny little battery and ask a bunch of power out of it, where your battery can't deliver, right? Let's say you need 500 amps of a little battery that can continuously or max give you 100 amps. You put some you know, some caps in there that can give you the extra 400 amps, then you could do it. Like to start a big, like trailer, or to start a big tractor or something like that. Oh, by the way, this is Javier. You could use super caps, but for Powerwalls, the way we're doing it, we're building a giant battery that is slowly going to be charged and slowly going to be discharged. There's no room for super caps in our thing. Jehu, your stream is breaking up badly. Oh, what? It is? Oh man, that sucks. Yours is one of them. Nope. The app is crashing on some iOS devices. Oh, I guess he's having trouble with the apps because it just went live now. I guess people are telling him that it's crashing. Let's see. I just found. Wait a minute. Come on. Am I really bad? It's my stream really bad. Am I gonna have to? Is the stream breaking up really bad? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's change it to my thing. Remember, we always do that. We always end up going on my phone because my phone seems to have a better connection to the internet. Don't trust this computer, man. Come on. This thing always asks me that. Okay. Hotspot. Yeah, the hotspot is open. Let's see. Let's put this guy in here. Can you guys believe that? The better connection. I need to move. I need to go somewhere else for him. All right. We should be, oh, there we go. All right. Here we go. All right. Are we connected now? I can't hold up this long. Restart the stream. Reset, changing. Okay, so here we go. Let me know. Tom, thank you for the $2. Victor just said Jehu money and super chat like this. Victor? Who's Victor? Who is that? Much better. So again, I'm going off of my phone because my phone's connection. I should really complain again because I'm supposed to be getting decent connection off of my internet service provider, right? I mean, come on. Come on. I need to, come on. Anyone know how I can get decent service in Rancho Cucamonga? Yeah. All right. So now that the connection is good. By the way, guys, I saw a question on the group that I wanted to answer, but I was like, oh my god, I can't type that much info. One guy had a question, and he was like, I'm a noob, and wait, what did he called it? Oh, I guess people are posting the problems that they're having with the thing. Oh yeah, by the way, someone posted a free energy thing on our thing. Come on. Let's not waste our time with the free energy folks and their generators. That's just a whole, come on. Let's just be more, let's just do stuff, man. Let's do real stuff, not that sort of stuff. I guess I'm not going to be able to find it, right? Oh, wait a minute. No, here we go. Ja McDonald says, hello, Jay, I made my decision, Powerwall. No, that's not it. No. Here we go. Oh yeah, Charles Adair. He says, first post on here, so sorry if I sound like a newbie. Just order 100 modem batteries. I want to build battery packs that run at 144 volts. In order to achieve that, I need 45S, right? So 45 cells in series, assuming each 18650 has a nominal voltage of 3.2 volts. So that's wrong. No, that 18650s don't have 3.2, it's 3.6 or 3.7. So you have your voltage wrong. My problem comes when I factor in a BMS. I worry they're running at such a high voltage will just fry the fuses of any BMS that I try to use. What? Why? Is there even a commercially available BMS that can manage 45 cells in series? Full disclosure, my purposes for this battery pack is for an EV. I haven't found a good EV battery Facebook group, so I figure is the next best thing. So, yeah, no, Batrium can handle that. EV West has another BMS that will be able to handle that. There are a few other BMSs that will handle, anything between 30 and 50 cells, wait, 50 cells? What is Tesla? 96. Tesla's 96 cells, by the way, guys. So 400 volts. Yeah, there's a bunch of these like automotive BMSs. I don't really like any of them, right? Because we never really used them back in the day. They were killing more cars that they were protecting, and so we never really liked them. Now I think maybe the thing is different, right? Batrium would totally work, and EV West has a new version of their BMS that they're using on their cars, and it would work. I just don't know much about it. I don't know what the what the price is, and like what do they have to use or whatever all the stuff. So yeah, definitely, I had to answer that in there, but I didn't want to post it over there because I'm bad at posting. I'm bad at typing, so that's why. Oh, I see. Victor asks how to donate. Just use the super chat. Yeah, use the super chat, man. There's like a little sign. There's like a little sign next to the little face. The emoji? There's an emoji right here where you type, and then there's like a little dollar sign. You click on there, and I think you could just and I don't know. You'd have to have your card in there. I don't know. 140 volts DC. Wonder if your stick to the cells if you touch them. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to find out by touching it. I have been shocked before, but I don't think it was the full voltage. I think it was like 90 volts or something like that. It doesn't hurt as much as AC, but I still don't recommend it. Have you ever looked into ionic farming? Big wire put up high, sucks tiny power out of the air. No, I don't really know about that. Yes, okay, so Holotime 420 says yes, did installs of Tesla batteries, AC Powerwall 2, DC Powerwall 2, powered up hospitals and pharmacies and residents. What? Holotime 420, did you work on the children's hospital installation? Because I was there, I don't know, a month after the whole news thing came out of that or something like that. Yeah, I was there to record and stuff. It was pretty cool that everything was on the floor, everything was temporary. That's pretty cool. So, are you saying they have an AC Powerwall 2 and a DC Powerwall 2? What's the difference between those? I'm leaving. Stream sucks. James Caffin, thank you for joining us. Sorry, we're not living up to your standards. Let's see. David, this more people. This stream sucks. Maybe someday we'll actually answer my emails. Sorry, David. Yeah, I get a lot of emails and I can't answer all of them. How's the turning on the electric skateboard? Seems really bad with powered wheels. How's the turning? No, well, maybe. I wouldn't know because I don't know what a real skateboard, feels like, right? Because I've never ridden one, so I have zero experience as to what a skateboard's supposed to feel like. But I know, how mine feel, you know what I mean? Like the ones that I build and stuff. I saw a guy on YouTube boil a kettle off using like 100 plus 18650s. Oh, really? What control do you use in the Samba? I use it's a Curtis. Man, what's the number? I forget what the number is, but it's the 96 volt version of the Curtis. Yeah, Curtis controller. Yeah, there's the most popular one. You can look at, so on the kit, website, I have a section where it tells you everything that I'm using on the bus, and you can go in there and then try to, yeah, you can look at all the components that I have. Some of them are obsolete now, some of them are discontinued and stuff, so it wouldn't, you know, wouldn't work. Just, you know, as information, it would work. What about backup batteries for modems? Yeah, that's what we're using. What do you use to monitor your batteries on the soundbar? Yeah, so it's an obsolete system. It used to be made by a company called EV Motorworks. EV Motorworks? BMW? Yeah, something EV Motorworks, something like that, out of like he was like close to San Francisco, but then he's no longer making that. Now he's only making EVSEs. I think, and I used to call them the juice boxes. Yeah, yeah, what was the name? I can look it up, but anyways, it's obsolete. It's discontinued. He no longer makes it, so that sucks. Let's see. Whoa. Let's see here. Ian 8, thank you for the $5, Ian. Jay, you have forgotten about us at the Discord. Also, just order a used modem backup battery for $8. Lithium ion 10.6, 2600. Wait, a single one? No, man, what are you doing, Ian? That's too expensive, isn't that? $8 for one battery? Those are the same ones that you know, that Tom is selling for like 100 for $3 each or something like that. This is the latest one that he's selling. Let's see here. This is the latest one. Supposedly these are brand new, and they're not the greatest battery cells. They're like 2200 milliamp hours. But great for making power walls, I tell you. What did think of the Batgo? What's the Batgo? I'm sorry, what's the Batgo? Oh, is this the Batgo? Yes, this is the Batgo. I haven't tested it. I haven't figured out. I looked for the instructions or the manual. I wanted to find out what this was for. What is this for? So I haven't really played with it. I haven't, done the whole thing to adjust, but I will do it because I will compare it. Let's see. I have this to compare it to, right? Because this has a feature that auto balances a pack, right? So this will be able to auto balance, our little packs like this. We'll be able to measure how fast and, measure like, I'll do it simple, like these are, 1.5 or 1500 milliamp hour cells, and then I'll do like each other, like a full one, and then like one that's like a 50% state of charge, and then the next one full, and next 50% state of charge, and then I'll plug that in there, and then like time lapse it, see how long it takes for it to actually balance the thing. But then there's also these tiny little boards that are everywhere, and so it seems like it's just the balancing side or portion of the BMS. I'm gonna also try that and do the same thing and see how it compares. Now I have something to compare it to. Bam. Of course, I need time to do that. Why you never talk about knife Edison? Because I don't know anything about those batteries. Those things are perfect for stationary applications. Live for 50 to 100 years. Some still work in the nearest city subway. I've never seen them. I never, I mean, I'm not. You gotta remember that I'm not like I'm not. I'm just a regular dude. Like I have no extra like into this technology. I'm just like you guys. Whatever I can find, whatever I can buy on eBay, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I have no special connections to anyone. You know what I mean? Like I'm just a regular dude, and so I've never used those batteries. I never even seen them, I don't think. Why are Chinese charging so much for nickel iron Edison battery? Those things last 100 years. Perfect. Oh, why are Chinese charging so much? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's hard. Maybe it's expensive to make them. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see here. Exact. What is this? Jehu tried, but running a company is way different than making interesting bids for money or fun. Yeah, that is two completely different things. Let's see. View deleted. What is that? Can you go review electric cars and kits for us? Would love to see you in an i3 BMW. I did. I have an i3 BMW review in my channel. It's a couple of years ago. I think it was like pre-production. I think it was before they came out. Yeah, go look for that. It was at the LA Auto Show, so it's gonna be a long time ago. But I have it. I have the exact car that you're asking for. What kind of batteries do you recommend for an EV? Lipo 4? No, I don't recommend Lipo 4. I mean, depends what kind of car. If you're trying to make a modern car compelling, then you want to have a lot of range, right? Unless you just wanted to go around town, or you work in a place, you know, like you don't need a car that like you needed to go everywhere. But no, I would say use like, you know, the Tesla modules is probably the best batteries that you can get currently. They're not the cheapest, right? They're like around $300 per kilowatt hour. They're not super expensive. I mean, just a few years ago we were paying a lot more than that. The next best thing would be the Chrysler Pacifica batteries. Again, you can go and look at my my battery sources. I have them all there, and those are kind of stable. Those are like not going away. The LG Chem 16 cells EV modules, the 2.5 kilowatt, right, 64 volts. Those are probably the next best, and they're, you know, the energy density is pretty good. Wait, did I did this? Let's see. Oh, here we go. So definitely that would be one source. And then if you want the cheapest, right, the cheapest, the most affordable ones, it would have to be the Fiat ones. The Fiat, these are it right here, most affordable. I think I did the math the other day, and it's like $110 or something. Wait, what is it? Most affordable. Here we go. There's a link for that. Yeah, those are batteries. Like, there's a warehouse not too far from me, just full of them, and supposedly they were going to China, but I guess they changed their mind, so now they're selling them. So, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to make videos. And again, like some of those, I'm like trying not to make videos for you guys to make power walls with them, because there's a limited amount of them, and those are great for. So you can use batteries that are good for cars. They can be used for power walls, but not all batteries can be used for EVs, because they require a lot more performance out of it, right? So that's why the trend is to use them in cars first, and then once they're old and they can't really do their job correctly in a car, then you can use them as a power wall. Because a power wall, they don't need to be, you know, like super batteries, right? They just need to like have a giant battery just slowly charging and discharging and stuff. So I'm trying not to get the ones that are available right now that are great for cars and make videos and say like, hey, you know, use them for power walls, because there's a lot more you guys making power walls than there is us building cars, right? So I don't want to just squander the batteries that are good for cars. Let's see. What is that? Since what you used in the summer is discontinued, what would you recommend for battery monitor system for an EV? I would look at what EV West is selling. that guy has figured it out, right, Michael. And I don't like it as much, right, as the thing that I'm doing. But if I had to do it again and I didn't have access to this, then I guess I would just do what he's doing. Let me see if I can get you the link for that. But he's got like a little, he's got like a little thing. What? Where is this? evwest.com. Come on. No, this is EverWest. evwest.com. What is it called? Instrumentation. And it works great for like the cars that we're doing, because it's like a round little thing that fits in the dash already in the instruments that we're like using and stuff. And so it kind of works. Here, instrumentation. Here we go. I'll just send you this link, which has all their instruments. There's a few of them, and the one that I would use is called TVS Expert Pro Battery Monitor. It's like $269, and it basically does everything that mine does in a little unit. Actually, that one also works kind of a BMS. You can set a relay, you can set a relay to disconnect your charger, or to disconnect your thing, also your controller. If you set ranges when the voltage hits a low or the voltage hits a high to do stuff. So it's actually pretty powerful little gauge thing. So, and it's cheap. It's like $300. There you go. Okay, let's see. Do you still use components? ubcomponents.com. Do you still use? No. I think I bought a few things from them, but not really. Greg Young says Tom's modem batteries are most of the time 2,400 milliamp hours. Yeah, the good ones are 2,600 milliamp hours. Most of that thing that's got two boxes. Is that 2 boxes? Yeah, it's got 2 boxes of that. It's got the Sanyos in there. And pretty much all the batteries that I've been buying from Tom, I threw them in there. And so it's 560 battery cells. I guess I'm gonna have to do capacity test on that and see how much I can squeeze out of those batteries in there. And if both of those groups or the 7 groups are, they're matched. They should be fairly matched. I don't know how bad I got them, but I guess we'll have to see. The Batgo sounds like some kind of old woman mobility scooter thing. Yes, the Batgo's not. Doesn't sound like a good thing. 6 Farad says 160 amp hour, and the discharge on 1 month is 50%. Yeah, but how much does it cost? Really, 160? Are you sure 6 Farad equals 160 amp hours? I don't know about that conversion. I looked them up once, and they were like, the energy density was terrible on Supercaps, and they're really expensive. Check out the Tesla documentary on Netflix. I almost made me cry in the end. Tesla's my #1 scientist. Oh, the Nikola Tesla. Oh, I guess I have to watch it. If it's an old one, I've seen it. If it's a new one, I don't think I have seen it. What Seek thermal camera do you use? I know you use one on the phone, but I feel a dedicated screen one better. Yes, it is. Well, actually, no. I want to get the FLIR one on the phone, because I remember, and there's a few versions of it, but some of them have high resolution. Mine has really low resolution. So what I do is terrible, right? I mean, it's great for you like to see if it's hot or what the temperature is, but for me, transferring that out and then trying to make it a part of the video is just terrible, because it's like super low resolution, so it's bad. Tom, thank you for 10 bucks. $1, 2200 milliamp hours. LG and Samsung mod on sales will be available tomorrow. Many of these test at 23 to 2400. These are the newer stick-shaped modems, 2S2P over 100,000 will be listed this week. Oh, so are those ones sold out? The other ones that I linked, Tom? Is that what is happening? Oh, let me click on the link. I might have linked you guys to some batteries that are dead. I mean, that are sold out or something. The latest ones. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I think I linked the wrong ones to you guys. Yeah. Oh, yes. For some reason, that link is still not working. What's going on? Oh, well. I thought I had a link for those, but I guess I don't. I haven't made those links. Yeah, but tomorrow, I guess Tom says tomorrow they're going to be available. There we go. I found same module that's 130. Wait, so what is that? Maybe Jay Garcia, you might consider a solar panel car port to plug the Samba into instead. Though, so it doesn't bake in the sun. Yeah, well, it is. I mean, yeah, the plan is to have one, right? It's called a garage. you have the solar panels on the top, and then you have the car inside the garage, and then that's your port, and that's just. And the thing is that I work from home, so I don't go anywhere every day. I just go to buy food. You know, I go to drive the dogs around when they're bored and they just want to do stuff and take them to the park, and then I come back and then it sits here, right? So I don't have a lot of. It was kind of weird that I ran out of energy the other day because I was like, oh my god, like I've been driving this thing for like over a month and I've been driving more than usual, so I just didn't notice that it was low. So 1 million likes says, I'm going to use Warp 9 motor. It's only 1800. Change my mind if something is better. AC50. Well, depends. Depends what you're doing. If you want to, if you want to race, take it on the track, spin tires, then yeah, Warp 9 works for you, right? But if you just want some reliable, that you don't have to worry about the overheating and changing what are those things, the brushes, then yeah, AC50 all the way, man. AC or the new Hyper 9 motor, that's better. That also is kind of peppy, but it's also an AC motor. You don't have to worry about overheating the commutator. You don't have to do all that stuff. So yeah, definitely I would go AC. I mean, unless you're trying to do, like a little race thing or a thing, Let's see. What batteries would you recommend as solar recharge in a marine environment? What batteries would you recommend? I mean, I don't really know what would be different in a marine environment, right? Other than salt and water. But that really comes down to how you're going to house them, right? I mean, if any equipment that you're putting on a boat would probably have to be like waterproof, watertight, water sealed, or all the stuff if it's not like that, right? So yeah, I think any battery would work. It's just I think you'd have to think about the enclosures that you're gonna have to use to put all these batteries in there. And so I would know the first thing about doing like marine tested or marine proof stuff. Yeah, someone else might know more than me on that. Codeslab says, make a towing power wall. You can have a foldable tent on top, sleep on warm batteries at night. So we actually did that. I don't know if you saw my my trailer video from a couple years ago. Yeah, they were warm, and you can see in the video that we're touching them. We're like, oh, these are warm. It totally work. It totally is worth it. You know, like you can make your Powerwall, stick it in the wall there in your garage with wheels on it, and then whenever you were going on a trip, take it down, plug it into your car, and then you just double your battery size, or on your car or whatever. You know, it totally works. It would work. I think maybe one day I'll do that with my bus. I'll have like a battery that I can just hook up with little wheels and a little trailer form. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah. If you have a little trailer, why not, you know, throw like a, you know, an inflatable mattress or something. I don't know. And then a little tent. And then you can totally go camping on it. Describe your experience on your electric skateboard, please. Need an opinion on four-wheel drive. Well, it goes really fast, really quick. The only problem is that it's a bit rough because it doesn't have a lot of, or at least from what I hear, doesn't have a lot of cushion on the wheels, right? Because the wheels are the actual motors. Check it out. So here's the next gen. The next generation of my skateboard is gonna be this one right here. So these wheels are about, I think, about 100 millimeter wheels. But the cool thing now with these is that you can take these screws off, take them off, and then you can change this urethane member here, right? So you can change that. But also, it's a lot better. The one that I had on the other board, it's kind of cheap, and it wears out really quickly. It's kind of cracking or whatever. But these motors are pretty powerful, especially when you have 4 of them. It's pretty smooth and fast. You can go up hills and the board doesn't even know you're on it. Like it doesn't care, you know what I mean? But I think it is kind of rough. Like I said, I think, yeah, I'm not the best one to tell because I don't know what a board is supposed to feel like. I know people like to carve, and so they're like, yeah, that's the bad thing about these like heavy wheels. These are heavy, you know, I mean, it's a big chunk of metal, right? And I'm like, well, I don't know, I don't carve. I like the fact that it's heavy and it feels like sturdy. It feels stable. When you're going down a big, like a heavy board, it just goes over like, you know, little children. It runs over dogs, you know, it doesn't care. It just goes, it doesn't stop. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, Joseph, you're the one. Let's see, Batron. Let's see. You really need to gather a video team. I follow how Hillywood started. Just a pair of kids. Yeah, I just can't afford to hire anyone right now. You know, of course, maybe there's always so the business model could be like, well, you can't afford to pay anyone right now, but like with the extra money that you would make with the team, then you will be able to afford. So it will be kind of a gamble, right? But I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of old. I already been that road where I have to manage a bunch of people. I'm like, I'm hustling right now, but I'm not risking as much as I used to risk. There's a lot of risk takers out there. I don't know if you guys know. Story time. Have you guys heard of the whole the movie app? What was it called? There was a, let's see, I have it. I still have it. I think I have till like today or something to like opt in or something. What is it? Where is it at? Movie Pass. Okay, it's called Movie Pass. That's an app that would let you see unlimited amount of movies for $9.99 a month. And so people were like, what? Like, what do you mean? For $9.99 you can watch all the movies? So then everybody signed up. There's like 3 million people that sign up to that thing. But I guess a couple months ago, the app didn't work because their servers, they couldn't even pay their bills to pay their servers to be up or whatever. So then I was like, what's going on? And the other thing is like, I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like, they shouldn't be able to do this. How are they making money? What's their business model? So then I start looking around. Sure enough, these guys are like huge risk takers. They're like, let's offer something that's so good to customers, they're gonna sign up, and once we have the members, once we have a lot of people, then we'll figure out how to make money. Let's get the app to be popular and successful, and then we'll figure out how to make money second. So they made the Apple very successful, 3.5 million subscribers. They never really figure out how to make money. They're trying to like force theaters to give them money. They're trying to force, these people to give them money. No one's going for it. So now they're like, okay, now we're gonna limit you to 3 movies per month for $9.99, and you're gonna have to like pay more if you want to watch more than that. And then and then they started putting other things like you can't watch any movie now at any time. It's only like in weird times. Okay, it was a great thing that they presented, and then they kind of switched it, right? Bait and switch. They did a bait and switch. So anyways, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put all the chips on the table, be like, or my cards on the table, be like, I'm going to get a bunch of people to help me make videos, and then it's all going to work out. I'm like, I can't risk that. If it doesn't work out, then, I'm going to have to start all over again. I might as well kind of keep going. So I'm growing slowly but steady. It's all organic. I'm doing it all by myself. And yes, I could be making a ton of money now. There are people that are smaller than me, less influence, less subscribers, less this, and they're making way more money. They're being, they're just more successful than me. But they have a team around them. Like any other YouTuber that like it's at my level now has a whole team, right? But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take it slow. I learned that I went too fast the first time. This time around, I'm gonna take it slow. That's how you learn. When you get old, you're like, you learn to not make the same mistake. I'll be the unpaid intern, says INA. Well, I do need interns. Now I just need to find someone that will manage the interns. Because I'm terrible at managing people. Phil May Gave says, I am saving up for the new Soul Arc 8K. It's a complete all-in-one solution. Just connected, and it's good for 10 kilowatt solar input. Wow, what is that? I wonder what that is. Send me a link. Post a link. Oh, you can't post a link here. I need to allow people to post links here. Too many rules, man. Let's see. They were hoping people wouldn't watch more than 3 movies a month. Well, I think what they said is that most people only watch 3 movies a month, so most people would be okay. It was just the outliers. It was just like the crazies that went and watch a bunch of movies, right? And it's true. I'm like, I never saw 3 movies in the month or the months that I had the thing. But I still feel like it's wrong, right? I'm like, why don't I like this thing? Why am I going to sign up for this? There's a problem. And then once I was looking at it, it's a bait and switch. That's why. They promise you something so great that then once they start taking it away, you're like, well, I'm already signed up. They're counting on that, right? But the way they did it, they're terrible. The way they did it is you have to opt in. If you don't actively opt in, then your thing is canceled. So I think, even people like me that are like, I don't know, I don't know if I like it, I don't know, whatever. What they should have done is you have to opt out. Like you have to go in the app and like physically opt out. But it might be some like legality or something that doesn't allow them to do that. But I don't think a lot of people are going to stay with the app. I think it's the end of Movie Pass as we know it. And that's a cool. I want to make a video about that, exploring that whole thing, because I think it's a cool thing. I should make. Steve says I find a documentary style vids interesting. I'm gonna make a documentary about Movie Pass. I find it interesting how that thing went down, and how those guys were. By the way, they were like, how many millions did they? So I read an article that was talking about it was subsidized movie watching by the rich investors. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess, because they weren't making money. So basically, a bunch of rich investors were paying for you guys or us, wherever we were doing the thing, to go watch movies. And so that's crazy. Let's see, Island Times. I can do my own Powerwall video for the channel, but I don't have Jehu's charisma. Well, so I actually thought about that. I thought I wanted to make. There's so many videos that I want to make, right? I have ideas like up the wall, right? One video that I wanted to try was, I have that whole bank of chargers over there, and I have basically all the three main brands. So I wanted to do like take one charger, right, and do the same battery 10 times, like do the cycle, right, and then see if there's any differences, because if there's a huge amount of variance difference, then you're like, well, you can't trust them because they're all over the place, right? Except, you have to do it 3 times, and you have to be organized, because, like, you have to, like, have, like, a little journal and write it down, because, like me, I'm just like, what was I doing here? I don't know, I don't care, like, put some new batteries in there. The other thing is then you can compare it to the other brand, right? The Light-O-Color against the Sanflare. Then I have the Opus over there, too. You know what I mean? Like, so we can do those sort of tests and then compare them and then see how bad they are. If you can trust the numbers that they're giving us, not only in the capacity thing, but if you can trust them in the internal resistance, right? So you can try the internal resistance on. So if they have some kind of like consistency, it doesn't matter that they're way off, right? Some people were like, you can't use those things to test, capacity or test internal resistance. You have to use like proper equipment. Well, no, that's not true. If you can have a baseline, right? It's like, here is a battery. Here are the numbers that I'm gonna use to determine if I'm gonna use battery or not use battery. If your equipment, even though it's off, it doesn't matter what the numbers are. If your battery, you determine that battery is good because you did some testing and it works or whatever, then even if it's off, that's okay, as long as in reference point where all the other batteries are at when you're testing them, right? So if your chargers are saying your batteries are 2200 milliamp hours, but in reality they're 2150s, who cares, right? As long as you can pick out the 900s from the 2150s or 2200 milliamp hours, that's all that matters, right? And so it's kind of doing those experiments on some of these equipment would make great videos, because that uses the scientific method to be able to, figure out if you can use equipment and stuff like that. But I'm like, simple stuff. I have all the equipment here. I just need the time and the focus to do the thing. And I'm like, and some of you guys can do it. I thought like, one of you guys that wants to do like, get your YouTube channel going, I could be like, hey, look, here's the test. You do the work. I'll do the video, and then I'll give you credit, and then we'll send people to your channel. I think I need to start kind of doing those sort of stuff and kind of helping some people, trading like work for exposure, trading work for, because by the way, I like this. Yeah, I have 200,000 subscribers on my channel, but that took 3 years. Like, that's a lot of work, a lot of videos, 500 videos, right? And so that's a cumulative work that I can now trade and use to like have more content if I can, in a way that I don't have to hire someone and have a man manage them. There's ways to do it. And yeah, Island Times, if you want to trade some work for YouTube views and exposure to your channel, man, let me know. Let's do some videos together. Let's do some content. Some of you guys have the ability to provide content, or you can help me create content. We can both share the spoils of the, promotion or views or whatever, whatever. Let's see. New Wilder 5, new J. I always forget how to say your name. NJ Fool Wider 5. You can make money doing YouTube videos. Well, crap. I must be doing something really wrong. Well, that's what I'm told, that you can make money making videos, but I'm still trying, and I haven't, I'm still trying. I'll be the intern to manage the interns. There we go. Ave does not have a team. There you go. See, Ave is a great example of a guy that was like, I'm not going to let this whole success change my thing. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, right? As far as we know, he has never shown his face in camera, right? Or is there or do we know what he looks like? But as far as we know, it's like his system's like put the camera on the table and he just like talks, and that's a great example of someone that just doing the thing, not letting his audience, not letting his audience kind of dictate or change the thing that he's doing. He's just going with it. He's doing his thing and it's working, and he's just going. Not a lot of overhead for that operation that he's got there. I like that. Let's see. Okay, so on mine, internal resistance all over the place. So I just stopped recording it. Really, James? So you tried it with the same cell like over a bunch of times, and then you're like decided that, or you basically found out that it was all over the place. That's the thing that I wanted to find. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, what's the Discord, guys? They keep telling me to check the Discord. Let's see. Post let me see. How can you post a link? Send me an email with the link. Let's see. Yeah, send me a link. Send me a link to Jehu@Jack35. I just opened up my app. I had it off because, it takes energy from the computer. Let's see. Wait, what? I shocked myself with the 3000p pack once. It melted my rubber shoes. What? That's crazy. What do you mean you're 3000p? What is that? Go find Solar Roya guys and make a video with them. Who's the Solar Roya guys? Oh my god, there's no way this thing is this late. I'm just barely going and bringing the... How behind is this stream? That's crazy. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think my thing... Okay, all right, that's... So my player was like behind for some reason, way behind. Yeah, that was like, it's confusing because I'm like, why am I getting up? I haven't gotten up in a long time. Let's see. On mine, internal. Okay, so that's the thing. Let's see. ¿Me recomiendas usar lithium ion o lead acid para un quadrimoto? No, lithium. So he's asking if he should use lithium or lead acid. Lithium? What do you mean? You can't use lead acid. I mean, I guess if you have access to lead acid, there's some places in the world where there's no lithium batteries, or there's no access to cheap lithium access batteries. So if you have lead acid, I guess it would be the best way. But if you have access to lithium and it's not super expensive, do lithium. Have you tried rewiring the hoverboard? Yes, I did. It didn't work, but you will see it in the video once I finish it. Once I work on that. I haven't. So I actually I got some more footage of us using that skateboard at the beach. I went to the beach this weekend, and it was good. I got some footage, so we'll be able to show you that. Be part of that video. Let's see here. Fernando Rivera says, what are these shenanigans? Live video while I sleep? Oh man, Fernando, what are you doing asleep? You need to be out working. You need to be tweaking that Batrium on that Powerwall. Oh, here we go. That's something I would do, not as experienced as I am. Thank you, Ian. Filma gave, thank you for the $5. With used batteries, how do you figure out the C rating at max amp draw? You have to test them. That's what I'm doing here, right? Like with these new ones, for example, that are going to come up, right? There's going to be 20,000 of these. I don't know which one's 10 and 10 or 15 and 5. I don't know. So the spec sheets say one thing, but I'm not really too interested in what the spec sheet says, right? I'm more interested in what these are actually going to do. And of course, I can't test all 20,000 of them, but I can grab a random sample of them and then test them. So what you do is you test the capacity. Look, in this case, this is a 3,500? I think this is a 3,400 milliamp hour. Well, it says 36. I think these are 3,600 milliamp hours, which I didn't think existed, but, well, it's got the number 36, right? LG M36. And I had a few of them. Where are the other ones? I think I put them in the box over there. But they all tested at 3,600 milliamp hours. This one's kind of high at 136, but most of them were like lower internal resistance. Same thing with these guys, right? These NCR 18650BDs, all of them super low internal resistance. There's 24, and I think they're all around like under 30. Milliohms? So this one came up at 3,400 milliamp hours, right? So these chargers kind of always are kind of high. So that's why it got me thinking, like, I need to test these to see how off they are, because it seems like they're, like they test all the cells like higher, a few hundred or 100 or a few, I don't know how much off, but they're all even with each other. Like I could put this cell in one charger and then put it in the other one, and it'll be like around the same. So I know at least they're consistent with each other somewhat, And so then that would be your 1C. I mean, if this is a 3,400 milliamp hour cell, then 3.4 amps would be 1C, right? And so what I usually do is I put it on my little charger here, and then I graph it at 1C, at 3.4 amps. And then you see the discharge graph, and then you see what the capacity is. And it's going to be lower than this one, because this capacity was at 500 milliamps, right? And so, of course, yeah, it has to be, because then you're asking 1C. And then, of course, you can test at a max. You can set like 5 amps or 10 amps, and then you see where the temperature goes. If it goes way too high, then you know that's not capable of doing that thing. That's temperatures. It's really the deciding factor of what a battery is capable of doing. If a battery can push, 50 amps and stay at 60 degrees Celsius or something, then it's capable of doing that. But if it goes, if it catches fire in the way there, so then you know that you got a battery that can't do that. So then you gotta look at what's the max amount of power that the battery can continuously do from fully charged to fully discharged without going over a certain amount. And I don't know what that amount is, but I know that over 60 degrees Celsius, then it starts getting hot. That's too hot, I think, So, like in the last one that I did, which one was the ones that I showed? I showed these guys, the LG M26. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Oh, so yeah, these are the M26 and these are the M36. So the M26, I think I never really found the spec sheet, but I found some info online that said that they were 10 amp cells. But once I load them up with 10 amp, they went all the way to like 100 degrees. So I'm like, no, these are not 10 amps. These are maximum probably like 5 amp cells. And so I included that in the video that I made. And so that's how you have to do it with your cells. You have to test them, and hopefully, hopefully you have a large number of cells that are similar. Because if not, then I guess you would have to go kind of conservative. You look at them, you test a few of them out of like a few hundred or something, then you're like, all right, this is what I feel comfortable pushing these cells, and then that's where you go at. You know what I mean? But of course, we're trying to build big batteries and then babying the cells, charging them really slow, discharging them really slow. That's how these batteries are going to be super safe. That's how these batteries are going to be okay being in your home, as a power wall, in your garage, wherever it is that you're going to put them. That's the way that you're going to do it. Not by pushing them, hard. Not by pushing them where they heat up. Number one question is, how do you cool them? What are you guys doing for cooling them? We're not running them hard. We're bathing our cells. You know, we're charging them slow, discharging them low, so that they don't, there's never any chance that they're going to catch fire or heat up or whatever. Let's see. Anyone had fun resetting CID? I saw some clown drill a hole in the cap in the positive, then tap a nail down inside to reset it. I was so shocked. I saw that video and then I did it to a couple of mine. I wish I was more organized. I would have kept track of those cells, but I think they're not. I have a box full of them, I think. So I did do that. Like, I drilled a little hole and then I pushed it in, and then like I have a box, and I'm like, I gotta test these to see what happens. You know, it's like to put them somewhere and cycle them to see like if they're just crap cells. You know, even though they kind of work, but they don't work. But I never have done it. You know what I mean? Like, and I still have them there. I think I can still test them. So. The one who managed to make a partial living is EEV Vlog. Yeah, I mean, that guy has a lot of subscribers, right? So he should totally do it. Is it Skookum? Yes. By the way, I'm falling way behind, right? Let's see if we can catch up here. Oh, the Battery Mooch is in the house. Battery Mooch. Thank you for gracing us with your presence here. Typically, the data sheets say not to exceed 75 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius. Really? So they're like, they say it's like somewhat okay. I'm like, that's hot, man. That's the temp they typically hit in their continuous current rating. Yeah. So I saw this one hit 100 degrees Celsius on a 10 amp load, and I was like, no, that's not a 10 amp. At least not these, right? If these are fake or whatever, like, that's the other thing about fake. I gotta make a video about the whole idea of fake cells. By the way, hold on, guys. Let's see. Let me drink some water because my voice is like. Watch this for a second.
I'm gonna show you how to build this electric skateboard.
As you know, electric skateboards are a thing now. They've been a thing for a while. There's the expensive ones, there's the cheap ones, and everything in between. But there's a new breed of electric skateboards. They're off-road. And you got a glimpse of one of them last time I was in New York. And I got to meet Vitaly, which runs the Portable Electric Vehicles channel on YouTube. He built himself this beast of an electric skateboard that supposedly does about 55 miles per hour, which is just insane. So I thought I would show you how I would build one on the cheap, using off-the-shelf parts to keep the build simple. So let's get started. Let's not get started. Let's get started on another discussion, the whole fake cells discussion. So I see a lot of people like posting videos saying like debunking, you know, or showing like, are these cells real or are they fake? And they go off of about a lot of things like, well, look at the top. The top is different than this other one, right? And this is a known, you know, real cell or whatever. But then that sort of kind of doesn't work, because that is assuming that for LG or any manufacturer, for example, only makes cells, right, that have this, like that model number with that style up top, right, or with that color of like shrink tube or whatever. Yeah. To eat? No. Oh yeah, we need to feed the dogs. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. So anyways, that's a lot of assumptions, right? Like, I mean, unless you like know, I know a lot of people have more knowledge than me about batteries, and they either have like connections with people or they have more experience because they've been dealing with batteries, you know, for a longer time or whatever. But I can't, you know, tell. And I see a lot of people making those videos, and I'm like, well, yeah, but how do you know that they don't have a factory in China that makes these cells that are like with these tops? You know what I mean? Like, you're just assuming that that's not what's happening. So that's not a good way of telling. I think the only good way of telling is by trying to see performance numbers, right? Like if they have the capacity, they have the ability to push power, that whole thing. But also, if you get like older cells, right, that have been in the shell for too long or been cycled if they're secondhand or whatever, then they're not going to hit those target numbers, right? So then you're like, well, what, are those fake? Well, no, not necessarily they're fake. So it's really, really tough, I think, to know what's real and what's fake, because I think real is kind of a thing that none of us know really what it is, unless you're like work for Panasonic and you have like inside information, right? And it's like, well, no, Panasonic only makes cells with this type of canister, with this type of thing, and with these like thing, you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I think the Chinese are able to have this whole marketplace that are just fake. So there's a ton of fake cells, right? Probably most of the cells, there are probably some super, like, really good fakes that even the experts or the people who think themselves as experts are fooled by, right? And then at the same time, there are just a lot of fakes that are, like, terrible that, So I think one of the ways to do it is to just test them. But of course, it's kind of hard because when you're gonna build something like this with 500 cells, right? That's my little power wall that I'm building there. 500 cells. Like, can you really test? Well, actually, I did test all of them using that little rig there. It took some time or whatever. That's the only way, I think. Like, there's no other way unless you're buying new from the a trusted source, but I don't know what a trusted source is. Feels good to be part of this international Jehu community and while right in my bed in my sleepy Nigerian rural community. What? Oh my, yeah, it's so crazy that you guys are all over the planet and we're talking about batteries and stuff. Something that I think the general population just thinks as of being just boring. Like, who talks about batteries, right? Who talks about batteries? And so it's crazy that I can find an audience to talk about batteries all around the globe. Yeah. The world is just a click away, and internet makes me a bird over geographic and visa barriers. Yep. That's cool, man. Would I be able to set up a power wall and solar panel for under $500? Yeah, a little one. Depends. Yeah, a little one. You can buy a few cells, like you can buy, probably like 100 cells, 1 kilowatt, maybe so around 1 kilowatt. Wait, well, no, I mean, if you get a Fiat battery, you can get maybe 2 kilowatt, right? You can get 2 kilowatt hours, and then you can get a $30 solar charge controller, and then you can get the rest of the money to get a load of solar panel. Well, you still need an inverter. Well, it depends what you're powering. If you need to power AC stuff, you need an inverter. Yeah, no, you can totally do it. You do a little one, not a huge thing. You know what I mean? Like, let's see here. Running more inverter. Let's see. Oversize your battery. Yes, oversize it. That always works. Bigger battery is always better. Bigger battery. If it doesn't work, get bigger battery. Mooch, you building a power wall? Is Mooch building a power wall? It would be cool because he probably would do a cool battery power wall. Let's see. It's a 300S. Wait, 300S? It's a 3000S 100p pack that I got shocked by. It was like being Thor for a hot minute. It melted my hair and burned the crap out of my clothes and hair. Wait, what? How? Why? Who? Why? Why does someone build a 3000S 1000p pack? What is that? What kind of battery pack and what does it do? Is it like what's the thing? Like utility grid tie? Let's see, grid. Is it like grid level battery? Is that what you're dealing with, or what? Easy way to calculate internal resistance is to measure the open circuit voltage, then measure the voltage drop across the battery with the 1 ohm load in series. Oh yeah, so if you put like a 1 ohm load, like a 1 ohm resistor across the battery, yeah, you could do that. I have a bunch of. Do I have a 1 ohm? I actually bought some resistors, some ceramic resistors. I even got one that has like a dial, and you can like dial bigger, because I wanted to make like a little cheap like thing where I could put them on there and then just hit a button and then load up the cells with whatever, you know. And then I would like turn the little knob, and then it would load it up with a different thing, right? So I wanted to make like a little tester that I can load up the batteries without having to set up my charger. But I'm like, I don't know, maybe the charger's better, you know what I mean? Like, this would be quick, you just put it on there. I bought all the parts, they sat there, they're in a box right there. I never did anything with them, so maybe I need to do it. Baby stuff. Every skater must fall. We are prepared. Yes. Well, I already fell, so that's 11,000 volts nominal. Yeah. What are you doing with 11,000 volt battery? Really? Grid tie. My friends are bored with me talking batteries during a power cut. 21.7 batteries are better. I have a bunch of those. I'm going to build my next skateboard using 2170s. And of course, I am going to include a review of like, what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. 6 of them. Of the most common, or at least the ones that I could find. By the way, it's so weird because I bought these. These are supposed to be good. Well, I don't know how they're. I guess that's the thing, right? And then I put them to charge to cycle them, right? To like, and they were there was a couple of them that were heaters. How is that possible? Brand new cells. Well, they're Chinese. That's why. Imran. Who's Imran? They don't make good cells because they're brand new and they're heaters. Sorry I'm late. Thanks for the stream. Gregory, yes. No, we're full on. Look at that. 200 people. People come and go, but we're holding at 200 strong right now. Oh, look at that. I just got another email from MoviePass. Wait a minute. What's it say? Let's see. MoviePass members exclusive offer. Buy one ticket, get one 50% off. Use code. Why do I need to buy one ticket and get 50% off? I thought you're supposed to unlimited. Oh, never mind. Totals bait and switch. Total. Bonjour de France, Jehu. Thanks for your videos. Hey, thank you from France. I would read your name, but I would probably just butcher it up. My dream car is a P300Q with 4 motors. Wow. 4 motors is cool. They don't have to be as big. They can be 1/4 the size. I have electric skateboard. All I need, upper rubber hub wheels. Upper rubber hub wheels. Upper rubber? I have 24, 225. Oh man, where did you go? Oh, 25 lead acid batteries running my system. How many of those batteries you use would take to replace my lead acid batteries? Well, each one of these guys, well, depends. If you get some of these, are 3,600 milliamp hours, so 3.6 amp hours. So you do the math, right? Add 4 volts. Well, 3.7 volts. So yeah, you can do the math there. How many of those would take to make that? You gotta do the voltage, and so when you're trying to find out what you have, instead of instead of saying I have 225 amp hour lead acid. That doesn't mean anything, right? Because I don't know if you're running 12 volts or you're running, those batteries, are they 12 volts or 24 volts or 6 volts? So I can't really tell what size of your batteries. So what you have to do is convert it to kilowatt or watts. And then you tell me, I have a pack that is 10 kilowatt hours. How many of these cells would it take to make 10 kilowatt hours, right? And I could tell you, like, well, most of the ones that we're using, they're about 10 watt hours per cell. So you just multiply or divide, 10,000 watts times 10, and then you get your answer there, right? Or, these are more, right? The 36, these are like 12, almost 13 watt hours per cell, I think. So then you'd have to divide those like that. Yeah, so when you're talking about battery size, you can't come at us with amp hours. That's only half the story. You need to figure out what your watt hours are, because that's a full 12 volts. So do you mean I can use the same 24 volt solar charge controller for lead acid battery to charge lithium ion battery pack? No. No, usually not, because they have different like charge curve and voltages and whatever. You probably could use like a lead acid. Yeah, actually, there's been videos of people that are doing it. There's a guy that's been doing it for over a year using a 24 volt lead acid charge controller. But I think he's using 7S, right? So 7S kind of works. So this is a 24 volt pack. This is essentially two 12 volt batteries right here, and it shares the same voltage, right? So if you put anything that's designed for lead acid to charge 24 volts, it'll probably okay. It won't kill them instantly or make them catch fire. Electric skateboard with 2170 cells. Yep, that's the thing. And I'm gonna make it in New York City. And as soon as I make it, put it together, then we're gonna ride the streets of New York City and hopefully not kill ourselves. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, those guys are crazy. They go through traffic. They do all this other stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that, but I'm gonna be riding. He's far behind. No, I'm not that far behind. What are you talking about? Manny Santizo says, newbie, I'm right next door in Fontana. Hey, you're my neighbor. Do only VWs go electric? No, all kinds of cars go electric, but VWs are super simple to do it, so that's why there's a lot of them. How big is the 3 mil cell pack? I don't know what the 3 mil cell pack is. That's 3,000 pack for my entire town. I built a backup pack for 10 homes. Yeah, when I shocked myself with my clothes caught fire and my shoes melted. I don't know how I survived. What? That's crazy. Jehu, what's email? Discord link? Let's see. Did you guys send me a link? Sorry about that. I forgot about that. Let's see. No, you haven't sent me the link. The Discord guys, send me a link to the thing, because I don't remember how to get to Discord. Oh, wait a minute. Can I just open Discord? I have Discord. The program. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Open it up. The program is opening. Play some tunes on those guitars. Come on. You keep showing them but never play them. No, man, there's no time to play on those guitars. By the way, guys, the guy that is build the 48 volt PCBs on the Facebook group, he actually designs guitar amps. And we were talking about guitar amps and stuff, and he actually knows his friends or something. I don't know. He knows the guy that designed this amp that I have here. Whoa. What's going on here? Let me click on the Discord here. Finally. Yes, guys. Sorry. Is that, where am I? So how do I don't understand this. Is this the one? There we go. Oh my God. 44 new messages. What's going on here? So, yeah, so I joined. Let's see. Oh, you've been invited to join a server. So now I join. There we go. Okay. Trying to read everyone's replies and he talks about subjects. Such a kind of hard guy. Oh, wow. They're talking good about me. Let's see here. Guys, just one. Everyone is good enough. Okay, so now I'm in the Discord thing. So I can read your guys' messages there too. Let's see. You inspired me to build a power wall processing 300 batteries as we speak. There you go. Super Burrito Time. That's a cool name. I was trying to figure out your email with the super chat. What do you mean? I don't know. Nah, I don't understand what you mean with trying to figure out the thing. Jehu's fading. He needs dinner. Yeah, so I actually had like a huge lunch. So I was like, I'm not going to eat dinner because there's too much food for one day. And like, I'm still not hungry. So, and it's 9:30 p.m., right? So I'm not going to eat. That's it. I'm going to eat till tomorrow. Let's see here. Where can I get... Oh my God. Also, Discord works much better on iPhone. Really? Would join this Discord thing if I knew the link. How do I figure out what link, guys? How do I know how to share the link? Oh, I see. Oh yeah, Jehu@Jack35. That's my email. Sorry, I didn't say that. I guess I kind of speak like in half sentences. Are you guys trying to sum him into Minecraft with all the solar cell builds? So because not all cell charge to 4.2 volts, so milliamp hours, we can group them per row in parallel. They told the same. Yeah, you have to. So that's the cool thing about this system. You just have to make sure that each PCB, right, each little module like this, the cells are as similar as possible. The 7 cells. So these are like, 1,000 milliamp hours. Then that's good. You can put them right next to some other cells that are 3,000 milliamp hours, right? But as long as they're all 3,000 milliamp hours and similar internal resistance, then these will do good. They'll both push power evenly when they're asked to. When you put a load on there, the stronger cells will push more power than the weaker cells. But because they're all matched, closely together, then they won't fall out of like alignment. They won't fall out of balance and stuff. So that's why I decided to do it that way as a 7S. And then you can add it to your battery. You can like be building it slowly. Like you have 7 more cells that are similarly, boom, pop them in a little thing, you're done. All right, there you go. Island Times just posted a file to the Discord thing. Let's see here. My about on my channel has my invite link, Discord channel. Okay. Let's see. 40 kilowatt homemade Powerwall use what? 4,460 18650 batteries. Yeah, keep your lead acid. 40 kilowatt. 4,400. Yeah. So 4,400, 40 kilowatt. Well, 40 kilowatt hour, right? Not 40 kilowatt. I get hounded by that. By, the grammar police. So balancing by resistance is tricky. I try to match to capability? To mean capacity? Yeah, so the long cycle life, they're smaller, they don't gas, right? Well, lead acid, I guess like seal lead acid, I guess doesn't gas anymore, so that's not a big thing. But they still have the 50% usability, right? Depth of discharge thing, so and the short lifetime, you can kill them easily. 40 kilowatt, no, it's about $150 a kilowatt hour. So if you're saying 40 kilowatt hours, let's do the math here. Well, yeah. So raw cells, right? So let's say $150 times 40. What are we doing here? What are we looking at? $6,000. So yeah, 6,000 plus another, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could easily spend another $4,000. And what is this working out to be? I think the last figure that I came up with, it was like $60 a kilowatt hour. So then you gotta add, let's say that you wanted to use my system, all right, times 40. No, but if you're buying 40, that's another $2,000. $2,400 plus 6,000. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's right. About $10,000. All the cabling, all this other stuff you're looking. But all that stuff would be the same no matter what batteries you would use, right? Some of that stuff. So, yeah, definitely. But you get a battery that would last so much longer. Jehu, when are you coming back to Puerto Rico? I don't know. No plans right now. But yeah, we were going to go back. We almost went back earlier at the beginning, late last month, earlier this month, but it didn't pan out. Let's see, view deleted items. Let's see here. So nickel iron can be discharged to 0, says, without damage, and charged at a huge amperage without damage either. It's just you will have to add water to them more often. It releases hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah, right, which, hydrogen and oxygen is a thing you gotta vent out. So 542 foot by 60 foot, those are the specs on that. Wow, on that pack. Takes up a U-Haul. Wow, that's a battery, man. That's a huge. What kind of batteries did you use, Derek? Jehu, send us a link where we can get 18650 batteries outside of the USA. There's not a lot, unfortunately. There was one guy in the Netherlands that was selling, and then I posted the link and I put it in my thing, and I think he's out. Let's see. Let me see. Maybe not. Let's look at it. Gruder. His name was Gruder. Let's look at the thing. View on eBay. Come on. Yep. Gruder has no batteries anymore. We wiped them out. Other than that, there's really no one outside of the United States that's selling. That was another reason why I was looking for batteries in China, right? Because China, then they can ship to Europe and stuff, no problems. But like batteries that are here in the States, it's so hard. It just doesn't make sense. Come on, you can come in, guys. Yeah. Hey. This guy's coming in. He wants to say hi. Look at the people over there. No? Okay, whatever. Go fight. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, that's kind of sucks, you know. My AGM lead acid are 6 years old and struggling. I just replaced them today with my 4.6 kilowatt 38 120 Powerwall, which has been ultra stable for 8 months now. Wow. So 6 years, yeah, 6 years old. And how much did that cost you? Island Times. How much, how big of an AGM lead acid battery did you have in it? Hey, quiet. Fight. You guys can fight a little bit more quietly. Oh yeah, let's see here. Where are we? So that was the instruments, the EV West, this one. Oh yeah, where's the other thing? Oh yeah, here's the Discord. Jehu, do you know about the BW event at Prado Dam? Yes, my brother's actually big, used to play a part in putting it together and stuff. It's like his team or his group, his club. Yeah, his club is the one that puts it together. And one of his best friends are actually the guy that puts together Stan. Let's see. I want cheap cells within the UK. Yeah. It's the size of a U-Haul parking lot. I want to get some PCV made. Your latest file 7S13 has a number of GURF files. Do you have an instruction on what's needed to get them ordered? JLPCB is the site to get them ordered, right? Yes. So what you do is you get the file that I have. You download it. It's a I actually have it in the link of this video right now. This is the and you can also go to our Facebook group. I have it there on one of the posts that is on the top. What you do is you download the zip file, right? So it's a zip file. Don't unzip it. Well, I mean, if you unzip it, don't get rid of the zip. Then you go to JLPCB, and then you upload you upload it there, and then all the stuff is gonna get filled up automatically. All the fields are gonna get filled up except for the ones that you can change are like quantity. So I think it's like automatically sets like 10 or something, so you can put like 100 or 50 or whatever, however many PCBs you want, and then it's gonna update the pricing on it, and then you just go order, right? There's other fields that you can change, like the thickness of the board, right, of the PCB. You can adjust it. The thickness of the copper, 1 ounce or 2 ounce, and then you can you can change those. But I usually the ones that are preloaded there, those are the ones that kind of work the best, and those are the ones that I'm testing right now. You should go to it. I actually didn't this year. I didn't go to that show, the Prado Dam show this year, but I went last year and the year before. This year I was busy doing stuff. I don't remember what I was doing, so I couldn't make it. But definitely, hopefully next year. Rob Scaldin says, good night, everyone. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Definitely, yeah, we're having a conversation here. Let's see. You have, where can I get the PCB? Oh yeah, so get the PCB here. Let me see. Can I do this? I might be able to do this. Look at this. Oh. So in order to get, I didn't even have to do this. Okay, so here's the link for the board. I'm not even, yeah, leave page. Here's a link to the PCB, right? And then, of course, you're gonna need all the other stuff. Oh man, yeah, I needed to do that over there. And then, so then you're gonna need like the holders, right? The standoffs, what's the other stuff? You're gonna need the fuses, all that other stuff. You can get that all right here. Come on, man. Don't tell me I can't post that. Oh, exceeded. I'm exceeding the amount of Okay, so. Oh, really? Oh, so these can only be like small. Okay. Yeah, so I can't post all the things in here. Let's see. Boom. There we go. Those are just some of the things. You can go to like my kit.com thing. I have all the links there. The dogs kill each other. Yes. They're like, whoa. What is going on there, guys? Yeah, these guys, they horse around. Horses around? Dog around all day? Stealing box, thanks. Use Bitly. Yeah, I usually do use Bitly to shorten up all the things, but you know, so there's an aggregator. I use these kit.com website, and it's an aggregator, and then I put everything in there is like short linked or whatever. But then after that, then I'm lazy, and I just went and got all those there. I gotta change the PCB from the first version to the second version, but I haven't had time to do it, so that's why. Letter ducks. They are animals after all. Yo, I want engine swap my 94 Explorer, and I was thinking about putting an electric motor, and how hard will it be, and about how much will it cost. Also, what motor do you think should go in? It's an Explorer? I mean, yeah, depends. I mean, if you want some big power, then you can do like a Tesla motor. If you just want a regular power, then you can do like an AC50 like I have. But the price is about the same. Well, no, let's see. So an AC50 is about $4,000. A Tesla motor is about $12,000 right now. And then you still have to buy the battery, which is the expensive stuff. So you gotta put at least like $8,000 worth of battery, I think, on a car to be able to do stuff. Yeah, so you're still looking at like $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 worth of like materials and stuff, plus all the work. Unless you're like DIY, and of course 94 Explorer is not like a popular car. People are not dumping a bunch of money on those cars, right? So the parts are not available in the shelves. There's not. People, maybe someone who's done it, but like the shops are probably not gonna have the adapter plates, the battery boxes, all that stuff, right? So only like the common cars, the cars that people use or commonly convert, are the ones that are kind of easier. You don't have to make anything. You just have to buy the parts. Jehu, how can I contact you one-on-one? So I have a link on every one of my videos, or at least on any one of my latest videos. So I have Tom Everman says, please move, you're blocking the dog fight. That's so funny. Yeah, so there's a frequently asked question in the bottom section description of my videos. On the latest videos, there's how do I contact you one-on-one, and there's a website service that I use and stuff. You guys fighting? These guys are crazy. That's what they do all day. I just realized I was a minute behind. Oh, there you go. I realized I was like 5 minutes behind. Hey everyone, I got a question. If the BMS of my power tools batteries is not good, and I change it for a standard BMS, not OEM, can I still use the OEM charger to charge my batteries? Probably not. So I think the charger talks to the BMS, and and it says like charge or don't charge, right? So if it doesn't recognize, it doesn't have the same protocol, it doesn't have the same kind of info sending, if the charger doesn't get the right info that it wants, I got bets on the black dog, $5 dog fight. There you go. Well, the black dog is overweight and he's got bad legs. He's got both ACLs are torn in the back legs. And he's overweight. He's always trying to eat food. Right, Wayne? And he needs a haircut. Come on, Wayne. Let's show him. Let's show him who you are. You guys know Wayne. This guy's been on the videos for a long time. Back in the day, huh? Yeah, that's another thing. I have to fix my dogs, and it's gonna cost me a bunch of money because one of them is limping over here. So they have bad legs, and I have to operate them, and I don't know what I'm gonna do because it costs me a lot of money. But we gotta do it because they're young and they can't, work. Can you see what you have cost? Humping dogs. There you go. I use lithium pouch batteries, which is what was available at the time. What? Pouch batteries, like A123s or something? That's probably a lot of pouch batteries. To extend cell life, I could put the cells in mineral oil to keep it cool since it isn't conductive and help prevent corrosion. So yeah, man, you guys are like crazy about the mineral oil. Where did that come from? I guess that's cool, but I don't know how. What's the word here? I don't know how practical that would be because now you have to have like a big case for your electronics to go in, and now you have to like make sure that leak proof so it doesn't leak all over the place. And then you have to have it's like I don't know if that's the best way. I think that's actually more. It would be harder. I mean, and I was testing a liquid cooled system or whatever. It's could be argued the same thing or whatever, but yeah, it's not like with everything, submerge on it or whatever. But by the way, I did see a video where it has the battery submerged. Wait, was it? Yeah, it was submerged, and then they were like puncturing them or something, and they weren't reacting as much as the non-submerged ones, right? He's got 3 spare. No, they're both all 3 of the legs. Just cut that leg off. He's got 3 spare. Well, the 2 bad ones are like that, and there's both dogs. So I have 4 bad legs among these 3 dogs. It's not good. Hey group, just got a quoted 3.2 volt, 200 amp hour life before. Wholesale price is $130 a piece. Is that good? Yeah, well, let me see. Brand new, right? This is from China or what? I remember the prices when I was working on my bus. It was $100. No, it's like $130, $140 for a 100 amp hour battery. So yeah, I'd say prices are coming down, right? But 3.2 volts. Let's see what you're paying there. So that's 640 watt hours, right? And you're paying 130. Wow, that's like almost like $200. How do we figure that out again? 640 times 2, that's 1280 for 260. Yeah, I mean that's somewhere around $200 a kilowatt hour, right? It's not bad, I guess. 250, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's not bad. I think you should do it if that includes shipping. I think that's a deal. If it doesn't, then yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, those are probably the Calv bricks. Is that what it is? For a drag. Have seen a few videos of people doing mineral oil computer, but you have to find a way to cool it because the temperature keeps rising slowly. Oh well, yeah. I mean, you need a. So you need a heat exchanger, right? Like a little radiator and stuff. You would need that. Play the guitar next time, says Cody Slab. Thank you, Cody, for hanging out with us. Let's see. What about liquid nitrogen cooling? Whoa, we're getting fancy there. A mineral water is conductive. Distilled water is not. So distilled water is not conductive, huh? $300 shipping by sea, says. Yes, Calves. Yeah, I mean, that is the same price as you would get, Model S modules here in the States, if you're here in the States, anyways. Yeah, it's the same price, except, lithium iron phosphate, it probably lasts longer, and it's much less reactive. So, yeah, I mean, but it's, yeah, I mean, that's a good deal. Definitely, if you can trust. The problem, okay, so here's the problem with those. Are they the gray ones? I think the gray ones were like the best cells that Calv ever made. If they're like the blue ones, or if they're like the yellow ones and stuff, that means they're like old or whatever, or they're like those yellow ones that we got or whatever. They were really bad. Like each cell, the variance, the quality control was really low. So that was the problem. You're going to need probably a BMS, because they're gonna like degrade at different rates, because they're like almost handmade, or they're like, they're not mass produced like the 18650s. So that's the only thing. But yeah, I mean, I think they'll last a long time or whatever. Whoa. Tom sent us $100. Thank you, Tom. Dinner's on me. Have a good night, man. I have to get up early. When you're ready to redo the sum, I will supply the batteries. Maybe come here for a few days. We can get them all tested here and find what batteries you want to use. We'll figure something out. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, man. Let's do it. I believe they are dark gray charcoal. Yeah, so they're the great Calves. Yeah, those are the best ones. I think those are like the latest ones or whatever. I think still they're kind of low production numbers, right? And so I think they're still kind of have that problem, because as I remember, whenever you would get like a battery, it was like one was like 100 amp hours and the other one's like 130. So there's a huge variance, and that is not good. Yeah, man. Thanks everybody. Thanks, Tom, for being generous. Damn, Tom. A red donation. Oh, that's right. I never had a red donation. Everybody has like yellow and what's it? Yellow and blue, but a red one. Wow. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, definitely. That's a lot of ice cream. Note that with Super Chat, I think Google takes a cut, so beware of large donations. Yeah, Google takes a cut of my entire life, but I can't complain, because they're my partners and they're helping. Like totally. I mean, as much as I complain about YouTube is the only platform that's actually done something for me. I create content, and then I put it up, and then they're like, we'll handle the rest. We'll go get views for you. And they do, right? And they go and get, like, no other platform has ever been like that. It's like Instagram. If you made a cool picture, you had to post it in there, and then you had to like share with your friends, and then you'd have to like buy advertising, and you had to go and promote it and stuff. You're like, I can't do everything. What if I just make cool content, and then you guys go and find the audience for me? And so yeah, that's pretty cool. Distilled water's a scam. Everyone should sub to Tom. Let's see. 123 lithium cells or Walgreens. What? Subbing to the guy who donated. There you go. Tom, by the way, guys, those who don't know, Tom is the guy that sells those batteries. He has a giant warehouse full of batteries, and I made a video about him not too long ago. I went down there to his thing, yeah, we totally. Let me see. Do I have a video? Let's look at let's see if I can link that video. Which is weird, dude. I mean, obviously, all of you guys come. Yeah, you guys are all on YouTube. I was gonna say, like, all of you guys know my work on YouTube, right? You guys should all see my videos, my battery videos. Let's see here. Videos. There we go. Here we go. There's the video. 50,000 views. It's not the most viewed video in my channel, but there we go. We're gonna make it copy link. All right, here we go. Just in case you guys haven't seen that video, that's Tom's place. That's what he does. He's finding a bunch of batteries for us. There are a ton of batteries, and he's keeping them from he's keeping them from going to China and stuff, you know. I found you because of a recommend. Yeah, see, that's YouTube doing their work. They're recommending me to people that might be interested in batteries, that might be crazies like us, and I want to build some stuff. Definitely. Going to ask my question one last time. Sorry, have you asked it many times, Tyler? I'm sorry. I have 135 times 18650s for my e-foil project, but I need more cells. Is it back to mix and match? Oh, no, it's not bad. We're doing all that. You gotta test every single one of your cells? Well, unless they're new. But even if they're new, I think like what we do is we get a bunch of these cheapy little chargers, right? That's not a lot of money. Each one is like 20 bucks. And then what we do is we test them. We test capacity and we test internal resistance. And then what you do, it doesn't matter what brand they are. It doesn't matter even the chemistry, because those chemistries are about the same. I mixed chemistries in the past before. As long as you have a match, you know, battery group or whatever, then you can totally do it. So that's what you have to do. Like whatever voltage you're doing, you're gonna have to separate them by groups. If you're doing, you know, 24 volts, then you're gonna need 7 groups of cells. So that means group 1 has to be made up of cells that are similarly in capacity and internal resistance to group 2. Right? So you can't make one group with all like really good cells that have like, you know, 3,000 milliamp hours, and then use group 2 with like a bunch of like weak cells that have like, you know, 1,000 milliamp hours, right? They have to add up to the same capacity and about the same internal resistance. And the way you do that is you put these 6-7 groups of batteries, you load it up, and if you see, you know, and you put something like this where it checks each individual like, you know, voltage, and if you see one of the groups like dips more than the other ones, it's probably like that's an indication that that group is weak. And so what you have to do is you have to maybe swap some cells from other groups into that group, right? Like interchange things so that all the groups are like evenly, you know, when you load them up with a certain amount of load, they drop out the same. So that's another way of telling the internal resistance, you know, their ability to do, you know, to push power out. So that's what you have to do. But yeah, you don't, who cares what brand they are? Who cares what color they are? As long as they're like similar chemistries and similar, you know, specs, if they can push power and they have about the same capacity, or you can make groups about the same capacity. I haven't really tested out like what 10 really strong cells, how they would compare to like, you know, 20 weak cells. they will equal out about the same. They will probably push about the same power. I don't know, if with time that's still gonna change. You know what I mean? Like, if the specs are the same, but that means the weaker ones means they're later in their life. Right? So maybe it's not a good idea to do that a lot, because then that, even though they're equal the same right now, they're further down in their degradation path, so that means they're gonna run out quicker or whatever. Those are like cool experiments that we all need to be doing and trying and making videos and like documenting, so that it could help others. I mean, that's my job essentially, right? My job maybe is not, complete Powerwalls. A lot of people ask me like, can you sell me a Powerwall? Can you make a Powerwall for me? Can you? And I'm like, no, that's not my job. That's not what I want to do. I want to make videos. I want to like share ideas, and I want to do the stuff. So that's what I'm doing. Tesla battery trailer. There you go. All right, guys. It's 10:11. So 20 more minutes, and then that's it. We'll have to go. Ask your questions. A little Sex and Peace has returned. Why don't we have a little more for world peace? Thanks to the animal kingdom for the inspiration. That's right. Kinda got it. Oh, okay. No, I mean, yeah, you gotta test all your batteries and try to make match groups, right? Depending on what you're powering. That's the number one thing. What are you powering? What's the voltage? Then you'll know how you're going to arrange your batteries, right? Oh, and the other thing is, like, you can see another cool, easy way is, like, what are you powering? A hair dryer. Okay, how much does a hair dryer use? Well, 1,500 watts. Okay, so in 1 hour, that 1,500 watts is going to be, 1.5 kilowatts, right? 15,000 watts, right? So then that means you're going to need about 1.5 kilowatts per hour if you want to run that thing. If you want to run that all day, then you got to multiply that by a number of hours. So then how many batteries are you going to need? Well, if they're typically 10 watt hours, then you got to multiply that by that, the amount. If you need, 10 kilowatt hours to run your thing for whatever amount of time you want to use it, you divide it by 10. And that's the amount of cells that you are going to need, right? So there's easy ways to kind of figure that kind of quickly. Same thing in a car. A lot of people ask, like, how big is a car has to go or be, and you have to figure it out like that. Stone, use lipos for that, not 18650s. Oh, I wonder what you're talking about. Yeah, the prismatic ones from A1 to 3, they actually last a really long time, even with a hard life. Oh wow! You guys had money to do that build, because A1 to 3s back in the day were like really expensive. Are they the American-made A123s, or they're the Chinese-made A123s? Lipo 4, 8S with lithium 7S on my E-Skate. 8S? Really? 8S and 7S? They kind of add up to the voltage? Maybe, right? Is that working out? No problems. Rode in the rain today. No issues. Don't mix nickel metal hydrate with, don't mix. In fact, don't even use. So, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this. There's a guy that has about 5,000 of these batteries, right? And he sent me 2. Nito Robotics, certified accessory. Nickel metal hydrate, 3600 milliamp hour, 12 volts. So these are, there's a bunch of these since he sent me, and he wanted like $3 or something for these. So I thought, I don't know, I'll take a look at them. So I took some apart. He sent me 2 of them. Took this thing apart, tried to, I put a little cable, try to charge it. Man, this thing's, I don't get this chemistry. It just sucks. Nickel metal hydrate sucks. Like, you never really know. It's like you have to trickle charge it. but it like my charger wasn't counting. I don't know. Maybe these might be dead. Like this might be like too degraded or something, or they might not work or whatever. So, but I get the same thing with those. It's like they never quite charge all the way, and they just never. I don't know. I don't like nickel metal hydrate, and I don't know, just because I just don't have like good quality ones or whatever. So, anyways, I told them that I couldn't really charge them. I left it in the charger for hours and hours and hours, and the charger couldn't even tell me if it was charging or not. Yeah, it's hard for me to figure out what the capacity of them are with my current charger, even though it has all the settings for nickel metal hydrate. I just kind of gave up because because we have so many of these. I have 2 of these that I have to test, and I have the other ones to test. It's like, I'm like, I don't know. These are not compelling, right? So, anyways, the guy said, what did he say? If we were interested in having them for like less, $1.50 or something per pack or something, and I'm like, I don't know. If anybody's interested, let me know. Email me, jhoodjack35. I'll just send you over to them. You guys can make a thing. But I'm like, I'm not even gonna make a thing about it because it's not worth my time, Tom, can anybody visit your warehouse? I think he does. Yeah, Tom is probably gone. I think he does take visits. I know someone here. Oh, Tom's still here. Look, absolutely. This old tech. Yeah, he's still here. I know someone visited him last week or something, right? Let's see. Also, 1860 have individual metal cases that make them more impact resistant than lipo pouches, in my opinion. Yes, I saw. Oh, by the way, Tom, you posted that video of that guy that was making the packs or the little the plastic holders for the lipo pouch cells that we have, and he said that he was leaving the spacing apart so that they could have airflow or whatever, and I'm like, no, that's the opposite. So pouches, you actually need to restrict them. You have to like compress them, so if you run them hard, they don't separate, because all the layers are just laying flat next to each other, right? On these guys, they're laying circular, right? So and they have this hard casing, so they're actually compressed. So when you run them hard, they create heat and they might gas out a little bit. Then the layers don't separate because they can't, right? Because they just create internal pressure here. But on the pouches, they don't do that. They just kind of inflate or whatever. And so in order to stop that, you need to compress them. So pouches need to be kind of compressed to be able to work better. So at least to be able to save them from like when you run them hard and they heat up or whatever, they don't separate them. So that's another thing that we have to take into consideration. I mean, obviously if they're separating, you're running them hard, but you never know. People are always doing it. What kind of batteries does your dogs use? There you go, Crimp Daddy. Live stream and I caught it on time. There you go. It only took me to be here for 3 hours for you to catch me on time. We started a bit earlier today because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to make a video. I'm still working on my car, man. I'm like, I hate to be with carless, and my car is down right now. I can't deal with it. We had a deal with Solendra. They paid for most of it. American-made prismatics. Damn. You have American-made prismatics. Is that battery still running? It's still working? For nickel metal batteries, you need to run them down before charging them up. Oh, I think that's... Really? I think that's what has to happen. Yeah, I don't have the patience for them because I don't think they're compelling. I told the guy, these are just not compelling anymore. So I don't think my audience is gonna want them or whatever. Yeah, nickel metal hydrate seems obsolete. You know what I mean? So I thought like, nah, it's just not even worth it. I'm sorry, I told the dude, you know. But he's got like a couple pallets or something of those, and they're just right there. Any 21700 projects around PCB upgrade? I do. I have. I thought about it. I thought about making a PCB for this, and for skateboard. But do I want to make a PCB for a skateboard? Well, I can't do it because I don't know how to do the program. So I would have to have someone help me out with the layout. I can like design it, do the traces, you know, like design, but someone has to like. And I think Justin was busy. I think he said like and it kind of would take a little while. I think. Greetings from Africa, Peace Channel. Wow. You even missed a dog fight. That's funny. That's what I get for spending time with family. Crimp Daddy, come on. What are you doing? We're talking about batteries over here. They gotta be scrap idle nickel metal packs. Yeah, unfortunately, they're brand new, I think. They never used them. I don't even know what this robotics thing is. Needle Robotics. What was that? And these are new cells. Why are they? Well, maybe we can cycle them and get them back or whatever. But who's got the time, right? Go to American Science and Surplus. Luke, welcome from Poland. Any good PCB talk? I'll have to backtrack and watch it. Did we talk? Yeah, we did talk a little bit about the whole thing. We talked a little bit about it, like why the two-sided thing wasn't gonna work. The test that I still have to do. Yeah, we talked a little bit about it, but man, it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be like hard to find it because it's 3 hours. You're absolutely right. They need at least 10 psi of pressure to avoid puffing. Yeah, so 10 psi is not a whole lot, but yeah, you kind of need to hold them, put them in a box. Although, you know, like those Chrysler Pacificas aren't really, I mean, I guess they are, but they're not, it doesn't seem like they are compressed too much. And those will give you like 800 amps or whatever. Those are pretty cool. 45 amp hour batteries and stuff. Those are pretty cool. The pack is still running only at 98% of full capacity, still available, no degradation and amperage. Wow. Use ECDA for PCA. I tried the ECDA, but man, I'm short span of like attention span. Don't make a PC for electric skateboard, it will snap. Well, but it would bend. See, the skateboards bend. You see that? I thought that's what we want. We want a bending skateboard. Have you noticed the difference between the milliamp hour on your chargers? Even with same sets on batteries and rechecking, I have found that the Lido color chargers or charger shows about 100 milliamp hours less than the SAM flare. Well, no, not really. I haven't noticed that, but I haven't really done any tests to see, you know, if that's the case. That's the video I think that we want to do. Like run them 10 times, you know what I mean? Like, and then like get the average, you know, and then get the delta between the highest and the lowest. It's the same battery. You cycle it, you know what I mean? Like you should be getting around the same. Oh, web learning. Send me the scratch. I will do the PCB. There we go. I'm gonna take you up on that. Web learning. Wait, we talked before, right? Sorry, I'm terrible with the. Let's see here. Let me go to your channel. Yeah, didn't we talk about something? Have a thought of making a hollowed out board and protect it. Oh, that's right. You're the one that made your. I have your PCBs. Web learning. Yeah, web learning. I have. Look at this. I have your PCBs. I was stupid. I only ordered 10 of these instead of 14. So I need to order 4 more so I can populate your entirety of your board. But I'm dumb. It's like I order so many things and I forget, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's do that. That battery is used for their bought back vacuums. Oh, I see those little ones, those round ones that. Let's see. Been a sub for a few months. Love the channel and your content. Quick question about your current power walls. Are they just strictly standby power, or are they powering something daily? So they used to be. Wait. I had them. So I had them for a while, where they would charge through the solar panels on top, and that's how they were running. So I would charge them every day, and then I would use the power here on my office, right? But then I changed them because I wanted to try and learn about grid tie inverters. So I bought some cheap grid tie inverters and I rewired the thing. So now they're just on standby, which kind of worked the other day that the power went out. It's been twice now. The power goes out, and I'm like, fine, you know. I'm like here, like doing my work or whatever, and then people, my wife and my parents or whatever, they're like, hey, how come there's no power? What happened? And so I had to go outside and do the thing. Yeah, so basically it's a UPS, and I have it plugged in as a UPS. It's active. It's got a big battery in there. So when the power goes out, I'll be fine for, I don't know, for a day. You know what I mean? And it's only gives me like 1,000 watts. So it's not a huge one. But it's more than what I need here. I just have the computers, lights, TVs. I think that table's not even connected because I'm plugged into the wall instead of the extension cord and stuff. But that's basically what I'm doing in the chat. Oh, where is the thing? Let's see. I thought the thing was supposed to do it. I don't know how. Oh, did you guys send me an email? I'm sorry. Let's see. Movie Pass? No, I still haven't gotten an email from you guys. Or has it gone to the junk? Pin that email. Where is it? I can't find it. Copyright, Twitch, Movie Pass, MailChimp, Patreon. Oh, Discord. There we go. Look at that. It barely appeared. All right, guys. Here's a link to the Discord channel this guy's made for me. We can go. If you guys want to continue the conversation after I leave here, then that's where it's going to take place, right? You guys are there, like, hardcore conversing? Is that what happens there? Let's see. Yeah, American-made cells last so much longer than the Chinese ones. Not sure what they charge. Well, yeah, it could be so many things. It's so crazy that America was making such great cells, right? By the way, Derek, where is this battery that you guys did? I don't know if you mentioned that already, but it's in Europe, right? It's not here. Where did those orange EV cells you had on the floor a couple videos back go? I have them right here. They're actually behind me. Actually have a bunch of those. Gonna build a 15S setup with that. How did you use yours? Whoa, Crimp Daddy. Let's talk, because I want to make that video, but I don't have a 48 volt inverter, right? So I want to make that video. I want to show people how to do it. You're going to do it. Maybe we can work in a way that I can, like we can do something together if you're building that project. You know what I mean? Like I can give you promotion. I can create some content over that. But that's definitely, those batteries are awesome. You got some of the most affordable batteries and easy to make, like literally. So I'm actually thinking about showing people how to do it, like put them in boxes. I don't know if you've looked into boxes, but I've been spending so much time looking at affordable boxes. Those are like cheap. They're like under $100, right? And they just happen to fit perfectly. That's 5 kilowatt hours of battery, and they're so clean, and they have the little, the cover perfect. I need to find the same box like that cheap for those, but that's harder because they're bigger and stuff. And I'm just, you can't have a box that's like $600, you know what I mean, for $300 worth of batteries. Like, it just doesn't work, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of ideas on how to like do the thing. I know I wanted to put them outside, like to power my AC and stuff, because those are cheap, right? And so I needed to have them in a box. But I know, like, if you're doing a basement or something like that, you don't need it. But it would be cool. Yeah, send me an email, Crimp Daddy. JHoodJack35, and then we'll look. I have 30 kilowatt hours of those orange guys. Wow, you have the 5S, right? You don't have the 6S. There's also another YouTuber that I'm gonna be working, I think, where I'm just gonna be like a kind of like advising them, an advisory thing. These guys have like millions of subscribers, and they're gonna do a charger for one wheel, and they're using one of those. So I think it's gonna be cool to get the word out on those, and a lot of people are gonna be able to build Powerwalls with that. Man, I want to build some Powerwalls with those. Those are cheap. Before those jerks, they take them off the markets, All right, guys, it's 10:30 p.m. I'm sure it's later where you guys are at, or maybe earlier. I don't know. You guys are all over the world, so that's what happens. Derek, it's on a golf course in Ireland. Of course, Ireland. Of course, it has to be one of the rich countries. Well, that's cool, man, Derek. Man, if you have pictures or video, man, I would love to see that. Join our Facebook group and post pictures. Can you imagine? That's a battery. We're doing child's play over here with their little batteries. You're like the Crocodile Dundee. You're like, that's not a battery. This is a battery. Yeah, if you're on Facebook, share on our Facebook group. If not, it'd be cool if you can send me an email. It would be awesome to see that. A123 cells. Yeah. Strix James says, I have a spare 48 volt server UPS if you want it. It's yours. Oh, yeah, that's another way that I can do 48 volt, right? Yeah, that's crazy. I thought about that. Yeah. Posted in the Discord. Yeah, posted in the Discord. There you go. We'll check it out there and stuff. All right, guys. Time to go to bed. Time to get some rest so that we can do this. I gotta finish all these videos, all these projects. I got too many projects going on at the same time, and I feel like I'm not moving far or fast enough on any of them, which is crazy. I'm going insane over here. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for all the donations, all of you guys who donated. Thank you to all my patrons. If any of you guys are watching here, as you know, you guys can kind of help me out by becoming my patron or just watching my videos, doing this stuff, sharing my videos, joining the Facebook group. All that stuff kind of helps, right? And so yeah, we're doing this. We're gonna change the world. Wow, we're a battery at a time, right? All right, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you and good night.